What's up, guys? So I think everyone expected me to talk about the Battlefield 4 knifing, and I definitely am. If you don't already know, I'm one of the top ranked on PlayStation for melee kills, so this is something I do lots, and because of this I've been paying close attention to the mechanics in Battlefield 4. And there are really so many differences to Battlefield 3, it's pretty unreal. Now I have a feeling that the knifing is going to be changed a lot in the finished game, or at least I really hope so. It's quite difficult going from Battlefield 3 knifing to Battlefield 4. First thing to mention that everyone already knows about is the counter knifing. This can only be performed from the front, so you're safe if you want to knife someone from behind. Basically, it's when you see a guy coming at you and you start spamming your knife button to counter his attack. I really don't feel like this is a reflex thing at all. It seems you have so much opportunity to actually counter the attack. So it does make it a bit unfair, especially if you're only knifing out of a last-ditch effort. Also, you can seemingly knife from any angle in here, as I expected. You do have to be aimed at the enemy appropriately though, meaning you can knife an enemy higher above you if you are aimed at their center. The knife doesn't appear to do any damage, just slashing them as it does in BF3, unless this is maybe something that will feature on another knife, we don't know. Now a bit of a downer is that you seem to be vulnerable through the whole attack. Unlike Battlefield 3, where you're vulnerable to bullets just through the initial part of the animation, but after some point, you're automatically earn the dog tags even if you die. Now this is very likely a glitch in this beta because, as you might have noticed, when you knife someone and they get thrown back down, they still appear to be highlighted. So you only get the dog tags moments after the animation has stopped. So I definitely don't recommend going kamikaze because the odds really aren't on your side. Now another thing involving the animation is you can knife someone out of the animation. Now I'm not talking about a counter knife here, but if you see an enemy knifing a friendly, you can actually stop their knife kill and tag him yourself. Now this is pretty much the same thing as being vulnerable through the whole attack, but as most people know, in Battlefield 3 this wasn't possible. You couldn't even knife someone for a split second, it would just come out of an animation. Now with all that being said, there's not even a time limitation on your knife kills anymore. You can immediately go from one knife kill straight to the next with no cooldown. Now I know a lot of people are going to be so excited to hear this because I definitely love that part myself. So now if you find a nest of snipers, you can knife them all. Another drastically different thing in BF4 is the water. Now a lot of people know you cannot be knifed waist deep in the water in BF3. I've even made a video about it in my how to avoid getting knifed tips. In Battlefield 4 though, this is not going to be an issue. Swimming right behind an enemy and knifing him, no problem. I think this is cool and knifers will relate to this, but how many victims have jumped in the water to escape you? Few, I bet. Even I'll jump into the water if I have to walk away from the TV. This is definitely going to make things harder though. As far as avoiding a knife death goes, doesn't really look like jumping will save you in this one. It just doesn't seem to stop someone from latching onto you. Knifers in BF3 know this is pretty much what you do in a full-on knife fight to avoid getting tagged. Some of the old moves may still possibly work in here, but I feel it's going to be a lot more of a timing thing and it's going to take a lot more practice to actually perfect it. But I'm slowly getting my groove back on what I call ninja knifing. I was hoping I could unlock a few knives in the beta, but we could only unlock the survival knife, and unfortunately I never did. But by the looks of it, it'll be pretty hard to unlock if you can only receive them in a battle pack. Premium members get gold battle packs, so it makes me wonder what knives are considered rare. I was kind of expecting to unlock them by service star in every knife, but I guess this is something we'll all find out pretty soon. So yeah, that's all the info I've gathered up in the beta. In my personal opinion, BF4 knifing doesn't even compare to the knifing in BF3. Back then you needed a special set of skill and reaction to do some of those things that make you go, what the fuck. In Battlefield 4 though, my first impression is that knifing isn't gonna really mean as much. As long as you can spam your knife button, you'll be fine. A lot remains to be seen though, and I'll definitely do a follow-up when Battlefield 4 is released. So I hope you guys find this helpful. Thanks for watching.